Hi, this is Paul Curtis from Paul Curtis TV and Save Our City Wall campaign. I'm down here underneath the Coventry Ring Road. Some of you fellow Coventrians may know this city wall piece. This is between the Ring Road here that comes down from Far Gosford Street. So where you have the roundabout at the bottom of Far Gosford Street with the tyre place and the brand new student building on, yeah, this is where this flyover here comes up through there, and people come up through the flyover and then up onto the Ring Road just here underneath where the old swimming baths is, the old elephant. So you can see the people going up through there. We've actually got some workmen underneath doing some great work, fantastic sterling work on the underneath, surveying the underneath of the Ring Road, because the Ring Road is an amazing piece of engineering that allows us to use technology. Hi Barry Hiscox, how are you? Got my club on, I've got my tie on. So what we're doing is we're down here looking at the wall, and this is part of the wall that I've seen many times down here. And what the people have done is they've taken me around the wall and showed me you can actually do a tour around the wall. So this is part that joins Gosford Gate, or Mill Lane Gate. So down by the Cox Street Discovery, where we discovered the piece, you have the Mill Lane Gate, and that was Mill Lane Gate there. Hi Joe Connor, Paul for MP, save the city wall. Paul for something, I think. Thank you very much, Joe, that's very kind of you. I'm going to give you a plus. So we have Mill Lane Gate, which is literally just down the road. Now the legend is, Lady Godiva, the legend of Lady Godiva, told the story of Godiva riding through the streets of Coventry naked because she begged her husband, and she literally did beg her husband. Hello Andy Martin, good to see you. She begged her husband to, I'm just going to show you a bit more of the wall there. She begged her husband literally to stop taxing the people because they were being taxed too much. Thank you very much, James, that's very nice of you. So they were being taxed too much, and she said, look love, please stop taxing the people. They're having to eat cake and they've got nothing to eat. And I found out yesterday that when they did some archaeology work a while ago, they discovered loads of oyster shells. And the reason that they discovered oyster shells is the people of Coventry were starving. They needed food. So she goes into her husband, hi Wayne, she goes into her husband and she says, look love, do us a favour, will ya? Stop taxing the people of Coventry. They've got nothing to eat. And he says, oh, love, he's had a few jars. He's been down Whitefriars and he's had a few jars with his mates, you know. And he said, well, he's had some mead. And he says, here you go, love. He says, I'll tell you what, you get on your horse and ride naked down to the market and back. And if you do that, I'll stop taxing the people of Coventry. And she goes, yeah, right. So she did it. And that was the thing that made the whole thing change, and how Godiva changed the whole history of Coventry City. Godiva changed the whole history of Coventry. And so here is the wall underneath the flyover. Now we are going to be offering walks around the wall on, I think Saturday we're going to be doing about 2 from 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock, and then Sunday from about 1:30, I believe. Those details will come up later, either on the Facebook page Save Our City Wall or on the Twitter account Save Our City Wall. So hi Becky. Right, so we have New Mill Lane Gate. We have the gate, and if you come down from Mill Lane Gate, you would make your way down towards Gosford Gate. Now Gosford Gate is a really interesting piece of what's his name, because what happened on Gosford Green was the Battle of Gosford Green. And Gosford Green was a battle between Tony Mowbray, no, it's not Tony Mowbray, oh God, I made a mistake, between Thomas Mowbray, okay, and Thomas Mowbray, we're just waiting for the people to upload the things, and it's in the front half of the book, yeah, so, sorry, I've got an assistant, he's not very good. Right, this is the book, Coventry's Medieval Story, okay, and this is where I've learned a lot of our information and intelligence, and people like Prue Peretta, God bless you Prue, for the sterling job you do in promoting Coventry. But this is the wall, okay? Now our walls were 2.5 metres thick, Okay, so they were 2.5 metres thick, and they were 4 metres high. So it was the Duke of Norfolk was Thomas Mowbray, the Duke of Norfolk, and he had a fight with the Duke of Hereford, who was Henry of Bolingbroke. Henry of Bolingbroke. I can see. So what happened was they challenged each other to a duel, right? I challenge you to a duel, sir, or a joust. And they challenged each other to a duel up on Gosford Green, which is up there, that way, up there. And the king was like, no way, you can't have a fight, not on my green. So the king called the fight off, and what happened was he sent them both home. But if you are a Coventry City fan, you might have used to go to Highfield Road's ground via Mowbray Street, and that's why it's called Mowbray Street. It's not named Mowbray Street after Tony Mowbray, unfortunately. Great job, Tony. Thank you for everything you did for our football club. I know you tried really, really hard. It's named Mowbray Street after Thomas Mowbray. I don't know why it's named Highfield Road, but heaven. Yeah, heaven. So, anyway, he would have challenged me in the hat. Thank you. Well, interestingly enough, you say, Peter, he would have challenged me in the hat, because one of the things that we used to do in Coventry, and I'm just going to step down off this wall in case I fall down, risk and safety. One of the things that we used to do in Coventry was we had the Guild of Cappers. Now, the Guild of Cappers was a guild that made hats, and they were called the Guild of Cappers. The Guild of Cappers, do you like my hat? The Guild of Cappers was based down at Far Gosford Street. And those Guild of Cappers, look at that wall. Isn't that just like amazing? Dating back to like 1352 and 1544, you know, and it's still here. It's still here. Charles II tried to knock our wall down. It is still here. So anyway, what happens is the Guild of Cappers were based at Gosford Street. And I've just got my assistant looking for the Gosford Street gate. And once he finds the Gosford Street gate, I'll tell you more. It's in the front half of the book. I'll tell you more about the Guild of Cappers. So Coventry was like the hat capital of the world, okay? And if you wanted to buy a hat, you had to come to Coventry. I'm just going to swap over with the hands. If you wanted to buy a hat, you had to come to Coventry. And what you would do is, oh, God, I tell you what, you can't get the staff these days. The Guild of Cappers, okay? Now, let me just show you the Guild of Cappers page. That is the Guild of Cappers page in our book. And it says that the Guild of Cappers was one of Coventry's largest guilds in 1522. And cloth caps, okay, like this one, which is my granddad's hat, was made from wool or broadcloth. And the hat makers, later, Coventry became one of the centres of the hat world, the hat business. Hats were made using expensive silks. So you'll find in this hat, okay, no, please excuse my hair. You'll find in this hat, it says Christie's of London, which is a famous hat maker, made in England, established in 1773. Now, being established in 1773 is around for a long time, but that's not as long as being around for 1352. Let's get out of that sun, man. It's not as long as being established since this wall was built in 1352. And it took 180 years to build. 180 years to build. Don't forget Bolingbroke Road by Stoke Green to Paul. Thank you very much, Mark Ashley Fletcher, for your wonderful pictures. Thank you, Mark. They're amazing. Mark Ashley Fletcher, check out his 365 days of year of pictures. So Bolingbroke Road in Stoke would have been the Duke of Bolingbroke, and he was the Duke of Hereford, sorry, and his name was Bolingbroke. So we're going to just finish off down here. This is one of the signs. We're going to switch around, and then I want to introduce you to somebody. Okay, this is the alcohol-free zone, and this is in the subway. D. Hewitson from Barley, can I get a thumbs up and have a look at me wall? D, come and have a look at the wall. Okay, I bet you they don't have walls like that in Barley, D. Hewitson, Lady D. But this is the alcohol-free zone. So as you come into the city centre, we wanted to try and help people. Thank you for the thumbs up. We wanted to try and help people, you know, not get too steaming and everything. So we put a ban on it, and it's I think it's worked. There's not too many drunk people in the town. However, there is they don't. No, don't build walls like that in Barley D. Thank you very much, Mark Fletcher. One of the issues is, doesn't say a mead-free zone. So I wonder whether you can drink mead in the town, and whether any of the local brewers in the area might be able to go and make mead. Hi Jarlath, how are you doing? Top man, good to see you. Jarlath he runs the Irish Music Centre up at Hersall Inn on a Tuesday night. That's me whistle impression, yeah. So we'll just show you the double page spread of the medieval map, and this is the tour that we're going to be taking people round on. So we'll just have a quick look at that. Okay, so this is the medieval city map, and this is the wall in all its wonderful glory, all 2.18 miles of it. And what we're focusing on at this moment in time is the part over here, which is Gosford Gate. Just there is just down the road from where we actually are, and where we probably are is somewhere between Gosford Gate and Mill Lane Gate, and that's probably where we are right now. So Joe Connor, bring some mead for the Saturday trips. Jolly old walk round the wall. We will bring some mead, Joe Connor. Where the hell are we going to get some mead from?
We'll sort it.
We'll sort the mead. Listen, you turn up. I think we're going to do either a 10 or a 10:30 walk. We're going to create it on Eventbrite and see which one people want to do. And then what we're going to do is we'll do maybe one at 1 o'clock. I think if City are playing away, we'll do one at 1 o'clock. Hello, Craig. How are you, son? I'll see you Wednesday, Thursday for Thingy's thing. So we're going to do the walk. Saturday, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday, maybe. It's a 2-mile walk, so sturdy shoes. Caps are compulsory. You have to have a cap. Don't bother coming up. If you haven't got a cap, you're not on the wall. It's a bit like Big Alio. Your money and your membership, please. Well, you know, we'll be saying your money and your cap, please. And if you haven't got a cap, then you can hire a cap from us. Like, you know, like when you used to get in with, you have to have a tie, didn't you, to get into a nightclub. If you haven't got a cap, you can't come on the walk. But what we will do is we'll take you around all 12 gates. That's 5, 5 and 2. All 12 gates, where they are. Take your pictures, have your selfies, all the rest of it. Save our city wall, like Winston Churchill. Yeah, except he didn't save our city, he let us get bombed. But save our city wall. And that's the great thing about Coventry and sacrifice. We have always sacrificed. That's tomorrow, Craig. I'll see you tomorrow. And so we're going to save the city wall. But what I want to do now is I want to introduce another Coventrian who, like me, absolutely cares and passionately about Coventry, about our heritage, about our history, and about our city wall. So I just want to welcome on board Darren, okay? And this is Darren, everybody.
Hello.
Darren, can I just ask you why you decided to get so involved in the Save Our City Wall campaign?
When I seen your Facebook video, I was impelled to set up the Save Our City Wall Facebook page, and I will work with you as much as I can and the people of Coventry to try and save this beautiful wall from the developers concreting over.
And why is it do you feel so important for Coventrians to learn about this?
Well, it's our history. It's what should be taught to the local children.
Okay.
We didn't do history lessons in school about Coventry and our heritage. We got taught about the war, which is important, but so is this. This is my passion at the moment.
Okay, fantastic. And what do you think about educating the university students about the history of Coventry?
People that come into the city where they're studying, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant, I'm all up for it.
Okay, so we're putting a plea out. Come in. So we're putting a plea out to the universities that we would like to help educate the people that come to Coventry University and Warwick University about the history of Coventry, so that they learn a little bit more than Collie Monday and Jumping Jacks Tuesday and Empire Wednesday, and I'm trying to think of all my mates who own clubs to give a plug to. But we would like to do that, and we could probably do, the best thing we could do is we'd do with a Chinese translator. If there are any English-Chinese translators out there, we will do that. And on the Coventrian, I'll come on the Coventrian, Joe, whatever the Coventrian is. I don't know what the Coventrian is. Is that a boat? Is that the canal boat? Well, I'll come on that, no problem at all. But yeah, so if there are any Chinese English-speaking people out there who could translate perhaps for our Chinese friends who come on the tour, you're more than welcome. Please get in touch. My name's Paul Curtis. My phone number is 07846 863 604. Our Facebook page for Save Our City Wall is
Save Our City Wall.
And our Twitter account for Save Our City Wall is
Save Our City Wall.
It's Save Our City Wall. I'm Paul. That's
I'm
Darren.
Darren.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much for watching. Please share, whoever you want to. Just share. Full share. Okay. Harvey, we're literally just logging off, mate. So if you have a look at it afterwards, and we'll catch you later. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe. All right. But look at that beautiful wall.